Okay, we are live on 11, 12, 13 channels out of 13 channels. Okay, we are live. One of my channels looks like it may have gone down and might not be back up. It's the Bong Rip channel, I believe. On Facebook, maybe it got a strike, which is possible. Yeah, it doesn't look like it wants to work today. Which is okay, which is fine. Hey, J-Bone Omerta, what's up, buddy? Detroit Dabber 313, hello, good morning. 3, J-Bone, thank you, buddy. Wants me to smoke, yeah. Okay, that is not gonna go. It just says sending data. Okay. I'll have to check that Bong Rip channel and see what sort of thing happened. I'm not really in a hurry to run over to Facebook to fix the problem. You guys know how to find me on YouTube. So, you're able to do that. J-Man and J-Bone. Hey, the two J's. Two Skinny J's. What? Dude, you guys ever heard of the band Two Skinny J's? They're one of my favorites. I fucking love them. But you didn't lock her up, dude. Huh. This is going to be an interesting one, huh? You guys are not going to believe what I've got for you today. I am literally going to play for you this most obnoxious guy from Fox News. Now, he's not the most obnoxious guy from Fox News, but he's pretty whiny, and, you know, most of them are.
As we see...
You're keen? You guys are going to like this. If you hate Donald Trump, see, I hate Donald Trump. I fucking hate him. I hate him just as much as I hate anybody else on the planet. I can't think of anybody I hate more than Donald Trump. It would be hard for you to find someone I hate more than Donald Trump. There are, but it's not going to be an easy search. I'm just saying. My cat's ready to go outside now. You ready to go outside for sure now? You want to go outside? Okay, you want to go outside? You want me to leave it open? Here, go on. Here you go. Off he goes. All right. That was easy. That was an easy call. No big deal, right? Marla, hello. Good morning. So, let's go ahead and go with this news story. You guys are going to laugh. If you guys hate Donald Trump half as much as I do, you're going to laugh and laugh and laugh. There's so many opportunities in this. Now, I hate Hillary Clinton equally as much as I hate Donald Trump. Right? I think you're going to like this. So check it out.
Well, we most definitely need a bit of populism tonight as we see the corruption and the lies of the establishment metastasize on multiple fronts. We've got it all covered tonight. The truckers' convoy, Biden's Russia war games, and of course, the bombshell that landed on the Democrats and their media servants overnight. New charging information from the Russia hoax special counsel, John Durham. After all those years of sanctimonious lectures about Russian hacking and election interference and undermining our democracy, it turns out it wasn't Russia, Russia, Russia. It was Clinton, Clinton, Clinton. They were the ones who did the hacking. It was the Clinton campaign, including the present National Security Advisor and the man now leading Democrats' election integrity efforts who illegally meddled in an election. It was you.
He just mentioned integrity while discussing the election with Donald Trump. I fucking love it, but let's keep going.
Hillary Clinton and you, Jake Sullivan, and you, Mark Elias, who undermined our democracy. Can you believe these people?
Now, you need to understand, well, I actually agree with what most of the things that he says in this clip. I love watching this man squirm and cry and piss and moan like the little bead bag that he is. I get some sort of satisfaction out of anybody who ever supported Donald Trump that now cries about anything that's happening against Donald Trump. because Donald Trump got in the office and he lied 30,000 times to the American people. You know, he doesn't deserve anyone's sympathy or respect. He definitely doesn't even respect himself. He's got no self-respect. I mean, look how he treats his own body. So I'm not going to respect him. Understand, moments like these, when I find an article like this, it's not a time to get upset and pissed off and mad and let your hair fucking fall out because you're such a goddamn Trump supporter that people have done bad things to Donald Trump and it makes you mad. No, it's a time to savor it like a medium rare ribeye that's just seasoned perfectly. It's come right off the grill. It's got a little pat of butter on top of it to sear it in. All the juices and flavors are still in it. And you take that first bite, got a little bit of grizzle on the side, and you just enjoy the fucking flavor and you enjoy the moment. And that's what I'm doing with this. And you guys, if you hate Donald Trump as much as me, you're not going to leave this show. You're going to stay, and you're going to watch, and you're going to revel in the joyousness that is watching Donald Trump get what he deserves. Watching Donald Trump's chickens come home to roost while everybody throws it in his face. While he sits there with a cuck mouth, and this guy sits there with a cuck mouth, and Fox News sits there with their cuck mouths wide open, draws on the floor, and they can't believe, they're so shocked that this badness is happening to their champion. Well, we believe it because he earned it, and I digress. I know maybe I've said a little too much, but you guys are going to love this shit.
Just listen to how they talk.
His final target is democracy itself.
One of the things that we were trying to explain to the press was this isn't just...
Well, she was right when she said Donald Trump's target was democracy. It was. I mean, he tried to throw off the fucking Supreme Court, and he did. That's throwing off democracy. She was right. So I don't understand how they play that and trying to make it sound like she said something wrong. No, it was totally true. That's what Donald Trump did. It's what he said he was going to do, and it's what he did. And then he lied 30,000 times. Yeah, he totally fucking spit in the face of democracy. That's exactly what he did. He made a clown show out of the presidency and out of our entire democracy. And so did all of his cuck fucking supporters, and so did all the Hillary Clinton supporters that ignored Bernie Sanders. Fuck them all. The whole system's corrupt. Hey man, I'm not here to fanboy for the fucking Democrats, trust me.
And leaking emails. This is about a larger information effort by the Russians.
You have a president who, rather than reassuring the American public
Mark Andrew Barlow says, wow, Hillary Clinton, I didn't think she could go so low. I don't understand that statement at all, Mark. I don't understand your statement at all. It makes no sense. Wow, Hillary Clinton, I didn't think she could go so low. Huh? What? That statement doesn't make sense, Mark. I don't know. Maybe you could explain what you're trying to say? It doesn't make sense.
Is trashing American democracy. Every day he's trashing American democracy.
But now we know, thanks to these documents, the factual background attached to a motion filed by Special Counsel John Durham as part of his indictment against former Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman, that the Clinton campaign paid a tech firm to, quote, mine internet data to establish an inference, a narrative, tying then candidate Trump to Russia. In Durham's words, this included, quote, non-public and or proprietary internet data. What does mining non-public and proprietary data mean? It means hacking.
I don't know about that. I don't know if it means hacking. I don't know if mining non-public and or proprietary internet data means hacking. Because if it did, then that would be an illegal contract. That would be a contract to break the law. So I think that this guy is participating in rhetoric, and he is strawmanning us, which I'm okay with. I hate all of these motherfuckers. I just want you to know, when you're being strawmanned, the fact that there is a legitimate existence of a contract between the Clinton campaign and this company to do business together, I would have a feeling that since all of these entities have lawyers, they know what they're fucking doing, that's probably worded in such a way that it doesn't entail hacking. Because I have a feeling you can't contract someone to hack somebody else illegally. You could contract someone to hack you. You could contract a hacker to protect you, but you can't contract a hacker legally to go break the law. So I think that this bald numbskull from Fox News doesn't even understand what he's saying. Just so you know, it's bluster and it's bullshit from Fox News. But I digress. Don't worry, that's not the most important point here. The most important points are coming up, and you guys that stay and watch, you're going to really appreciate this. And those of you who are Trump supporters, you might want to stay just so you can get a little dose of reality for once instead of fucking filling your heads with lies. You know, all the lies that Donald Trump and your whole narrative puts in there. Allow me to dispel some of it for you, okay? Let's keep going. And let's smoke.
It means spying, and look at their targets according to Durham. Quote, internet traffic pertaining to 1, a particular healthcare provider, 2, Trump Tower, 3, Donald Trump Central Park West apartment building, and 4, the executive office of the President of the United States. Yes, you heard that right. They hacked not just Trump Tower, but the...
Then again, he uses the word hack as if these people were contracted to hack. I'm not buying it, and I say that Fox News is, you know, their opinion, and they can say whatever they want. But just understand, if you watch Fox News, you're not getting any news. You're just getting what this bald cuck wants you to believe. Understand, I still support the narrative. Understand, I'm just going to call out every little lie and every little piece of bullshit that these guys throw at you because they deserve to be fact-checked.
White House. After Trump became president, they hacked the White House. These people who posed...
They hacked the White House. Wow, that sounds pretty illegal. Don't you think if you contracted someone to hack the White House, you'd probably be going to prison? You'd be getting investigated by the goddamn the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, every goddamn government agency if you hacked into the White House computers? I'm just doing this. You know, and if this was true, why didn't Donald Trump do something about it? He was president of the United States for fucking 4 years. He was going around telling people that he had been spied on by Hillary Clinton campaign. If he had that information and he literally ran on lock her up, oops. Well, she broke the law, Trump. That'd be easy catch for you. You could have stood by your campaign promise and locked up Hillary Clinton, but you did not. What I meant to say is she's as bad as Trump. All politicians are just in it for the money and fame. Right, Mark, we all know that. From watching the show, exactly. We know that. And I think you did know that Hillary Clinton could go that low. It was worded weird. That statement was worded weird. Just making sure, man, you understand how evil Hillary Clinton really is. She's just as evil as Donald Trump. You know, she's got lipstick on, and he's got orange spray tan on. That's the only difference between those two. They're horrible, horrible people, both of them. You're going to learn more about Hillary Clinton on this little expose here. Stick around. It gets good. It gets good. It gets really good. You know why? Okay. Let's say you're trying to go to sleep at night. And there's 2 dogs outside across the street from each other. And they're barking at each other all night. And, you know, you can't sleep every fucking night. And every time you walk down the street, these fuckers bark at you. They want to fucking bite you. And maybe they attacked your kids one time or whatever. Hey, man, when the day comes, when one of those dogs gets into the other one's yard and they start fighting each other, are you going to go in there and risk getting bit to go break them up? You know, the dogs that attacked your children, the dogs that won't give you Medicare for all, you know, the dogs that tell you to go fuck yourself after you go vote for them. Are you going to let them keep fighting? So we're going to watch this dog fight. We're going to stand back and let them rip the shit up out of each other. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get high, and we're going to watch these dogs tear the shit out of each other. Now, I'm sorry for the analogy for all the animal lovers out there. I love animals. And anytime 2 dogs actually got into a fight, I would risk my ass to break it up. But not if it was Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Not if it was Fox News and CNN News. I don't break that shit up. I let them fight. I let them bicker, fucking completely destroy each other. And take their legs off of each other. Let them destroy each other. Sit back, fold your arms, take a bong rip, drink a beer, whatever the fuck you do when you relax, and watch the show unfold. Prepare yourselves. This gets really good.
Defenders of democracy.
Cheers.
How is that even possible that the Clinton campaign hacked the White House? Well, Because they're part of the establishment. They hired a firm that already had a top secret contract with the White House. Here's Durham describing the person the Clinton campaign paid to do their hacking. He had come to access and maintain dedicated servers for the executive office of the president as part of a sensitive arrangement whereby it provided domain name system resolution services. He and his associates exploited this arrangement by mining the executive office of the president's DNS traffic and other data for the purpose of gathering derogatory information about Donald Trump, the president. Just let all that sink in for a moment. There's a tech firm that maintains the internet server supporting the president of the United States.
Right.
The guy who's the current national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, who just lost the election with Hillary, gets his campaign lawyer, Mark Elias, to hire that tech firm with the White House contract to hack into the White House to try and dig up dirt.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to say this. Hi, Steph. I'm just going to do this. Look, I'm not going to say whether or not I believe this was an actual hack attempt. I don't think it's hacking. And if it is, they're going to have to answer to that, right? What I am going to say is this. This is all on the agency that signed the contract with Hillary Clinton. Not on Hillary Clinton. She didn't do anything wrong. She hired a company to do something, right? I can't believe I'm defending Hillary Clinton here, but I'm just the facts. She signed a contract with somebody. I want some information on Donald Trump. Do whatever the fuck you got to do. Go through the goddamn computers. Monitor his goddamn communications if that's what you're able to do. Whatever. I really don't think that hacking was involved. Illegal hacking. Because as soon as it is, that company's going to go down. Hillary Clinton's going to go down. They'll get her. If she paid a company to hack the fucking White House, no problem. Here's my question. Donald Trump claimed she was doing it all along, and he claimed he had the evidence and all that, and he promised his constituents when he was being elected that he was going to lock her up. So if he had the crimes, and he had the evidence, why did he sit there with his fucking thumb up his orange ass? Why didn't he do something about it? Right? But this guy's going to sit here and tell you that they had all of the goddamn receipts and all the information was available, and yet Donald Trump just sat there and chose to do nothing after promising millions of Americans that he was going to, quote, lock her up. And it never happened. During 4 years of Donald Trump's presidency, he never even initiated a goddamn investigation into the Clintons. Let alone putting her fucking ass in jail where she fucking belonged. That's where Hillary Clinton belongs. She belongs in fucking prison. Maybe not for this. I don't know. Maybe she does. I don't know. Right? I don't trust this motherfucker to give me the facts at all. And just because some lawyer wrote on a piece of paper that Hillary did this and that company did that, well, that's just one person telling us that. And this cuck at Fox News is reporting it like it's the news. It's not. Nothing has been determined in court. Nothing has been litigated yet or argued or proven. This is just an accusation. Now, once again, maybe it's true. I really hope it is. I really hope it is. And we're going to get into that. I really hope that Hillary Clinton hacked the White House. Oh, man. I hope she did. And I hope it's provable. And I hope they get her on it. And I hope they do lock her up in prison for it. I do. But that all being said, man, this is going to get so much better. Watch. Watch this.
On the sitting president in an effort to show that the 2016 election was stolen by Russia. And that same guy, Jake Sullivan, is now running around hyping up war with Russia. How can we believe a word he says? Look what he said in October 2016 when he was working for Hillary Clinton. This could be the most direct link yet between Donald Trump and
It's funny how this guy says, how can we believe a word he says when the guy works for Fox News? And they lie and they just completely skew. And they call themselves news, and all they are is opinion. And then he says, how can you believe them? They lie to you so much. It's so hilariously ironic and hypocritical that it's almost like this is a scene from a movie that's just a comedy. And the Fox News that lies all the time is saying, how can you trust any of these people? They lie so much. Dude, you were sitting at a desk at Fox News. I mean, the whole joke behind you is that they call you faux news, bro. Fake news. I mean, that's your name, faux news. It's been like that for a long time. Now, you know, I'm not going to say that CNN is real news. We prove them wrong. We prove their fucking narrative liars all the time. You know, MSNBC, same thing. They're all liars. But today it's Fox News' turn. You know, don't get mad at me because you're a Fox News fan. Don't be mad at me. You know, if you disagree, don't cry.
Even more troubling questions in light of Russia's masterminding of hacking efforts that are clearly intended to hurt Hillary Clinton's campaign. Oh, troubling questions about Russia's masterminding of hacking efforts to hurt...
So what they're doing is projecting. So those three people that he's talking about, they're projecting. In other words, what they've done is they've gone and they've fucked with Donald Trump. They spied on him. And then they point the finger at Trump and say, he's guilty of doing exactly what they're guilty of. It's the pot calling the kettle guilty when they're guilty too. And this guy knows it. And those three people over there know it. And I love it because I hate all of them. So these two dogs, right? They're out in the street fighting. And this is me. You know? I'm going to let these dogs fight. Now watch this. Watch this.
The Clinton campaign, he burbled when at that exact moment he himself was masterminding hacking efforts to hurt the Trump campaign by making up stuff about Russia.
Adam Benson just says, I can't imagine her doing that. Is she that stupid? Adam, she ran against Bernie Sanders for president of the United States. She's pretty fucking stupid. That's one thing she did. Number two, she married Bill Clinton, a man who's cheated on her since day one. You know, he got his dick sucked in the White House, Adam. You can't imagine Hillary Clinton being stupid. She's still married to Bill Clinton, bro. How many women has he fucked publicly? Come on, Adam. Come on, Adam, really? You think Hillary Clinton's smart? Really? I can't believe we have to have this discussion, bro. Holy shit. What are you, a Democrat, Adam? Jesus fucking Christ. How long have you been watching me for now? What mainstream media source can you trust to be objective? You can't trust a mainstream media source. You just mainstream. Radical leftist agenda. She's calling you a clown, Adam, for not knowing how stupid Hillary Clinton is. Adam, I'm waiting to hear back from you, bro. I can't imagine you not knowing how dumb Hillary Clinton is. Now, I just explained to you that she stayed with a husband who'd repeatedly, publicly cheated on her. And you question whether or not she has common sense? Why aren't you coming back, bro? She stayed with Bill Clinton. She's still married to him. He fucking cheats on her. He went to that goddamn, the island, and fucked a bunch of young little underage girls. And she's in denial about that shit too. It was a question. Yeah, but it was a horrible question. I want to know why Adam doesn't realize how stupid Hillary Clinton is. He watches this show. I'm just trying to figure out, if you watch the show, where have I let you down? I don't understand. Hey, bro, she wanted to drone strike Julian Assange. Did you know that, Adam? Hillary Clinton, how stupid would you have to be to see if you could drone strike an American journalist who ratted out Barack Obama on his war crimes? Oh, let's see if we could drone strike him, Hillary Clinton. Stupid? Yeah. She's fucking stupid. Do you want more examples of how stupid Hillary Clinton is? She's fucking called Donald Trump an illegitimate president after he beat her. So, she doesn't think elections are legitimate? The very election that she just ran in, that she says he's an illegitimate president? An illegitimate president? Doesn't that sound stupid to you, Adam? Hello, Adam? Hello? Okay, I guess we lost Adam. I'll just keep going. I'm sorry, guys. I hate when I try to have a conversation with somebody says something in my chat and I fucking totally change the fucking the tracks of the way this train is going for one person and then they just fucking ignore me. Great. Thanks, Adam.
The utter shamelessness of...
Me, hello? Yeah, you. I've been talking to you for 5 minutes, Adam. I've been talking to you for 5 minutes. You haven't said a thing back. Never mind, Adam. Never mind. Never mind.
Of it is just staggering.
Cheers.
And now he's out there just this Friday going on about how Russia is going to invade Ukraine on Wednesday. Who knows where this will end up legally for Jake Sullivan, but there is no question, none at all, that he should immediately step down as National Security Advisor.
Wasn't it Trump's lawyer who's asserting all of this? Let's go back. We're at 4:30, right? Well, Adam, maybe remember that when you say something silly in my chat next time, bro, that I'm going to respond to it. You didn't realize that Hillary Clinton was so fucking dumb? I immediately said, dude, are you kidding me? She's still married to fucking Bill Clinton that cheats on her all the time. It was a perfect response, and then just silence from you for 5 minutes. So like I said, maybe we lost Adam and now he's back, but that was addressed. I had another point I wanted to make. But I forgot what it was. That's okay. We can keep going here.
And then look at his boss, Hillary. She's now plotting another White House.
I remember what I wanted to say. We're at 4:30, right? Let's go back. Who wrote these charges out?
Metastasize on multiple fronts. We've got it all covered tonight. The truckers' convoy, Biden's Russia war games, and of course, the bombshell that landed on the Democrats and their media servants overnight. New charging information from the Russia hoax special counsel, John Durham.
Okay, from the Russia hoax. Did he say Russia hoax counsel John Durham? Is that what he said?
Special counsel, John Durham. After all those...
Special counsel John Durham. Let's find out who he is. He's working for the United States government? Special counsel John Durham. Maybe she liked the that was a good answer, Adam. Adam Benson responds, everybody. He's like, maybe they have an arrangement. Maybe she liked the Monica flavored cigars. Now, in all fairness to Monica Lewinsky, she doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that. She's had enough. But still, Adam, it's clear her marriage to Bill is just a marriage of convenience. If she divorces him, it makes all her, I'm not going to be stand by your man. It would show that she would have to admit he was cheating on her, and she refuses to admit that and look like a fool for being with him. She just keeps denying it. Oh, she knows he cheated on her, Bob. She knows he cheated on her. She doesn't deny that. She knows he got his dick sucked in that White House, bro. She knows that. No matter, Bob, what you tell yourself that she's telling herself, she knows. I mean, as plain as she knows, she has a nose on her face. She knows that man got his dick sucked in that fucking White House. And it wasn't her doing the sucking. Hey, you guys, let's stop with the fucking... Let's stop with the fucking... Phil, calm the fuck down. I'm about to block your ass for being disrespectful to women. And let's stop the whole cigar talk, okay, guys? Out of respect for Monica Lewinsky, just shut the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You know, prove to me that you're more mature than I am. Please. I shouldn't even read Adam's fucking comment out loud. You know, that was my mistake. I'm sorry. I led you guys in the wrong direction. Please don't act like a cult. All right? Thanks.
Those years of sanctimonious lectures about Russian hacking and election interference and undermining our democracy, it turns out it wasn't Russia, Russia, Russia. It was Clinton, Clinton, Clinton.
That's good. Okay.
They were the ones who did the hacking.
And I will tell him this right now. That's okay, Phil. I will tell him this right now. That was fucking beautiful. It wasn't Russia, Russia, Russia. It was Clinton, Clinton, Clinton. Dude, can we listen to him say that just one more time? I'm only going to play it one more time, but can we please just listen to him say that one more time, please? Just once. Just one more time.
It wasn't Russia, Russia, Russia. It was Clinton, Clinton, Clinton. They were the ones who did the hacking. It was the Clinton campaign, including the present National Security Advisor and the man now leading Democrats' election integrity efforts who illegally meddled in an election. It was you, Hillary Clinton, and...
Again, I'm just going to say, I believe these are just charges right now. Nothing's been proven in court yet. So he's doing opinion here, and he's speaking like it's already been proven and everything. I'm not saying it's not true either, guys. I mean, maybe all this, it does seem kind of true. It does seem kind of legitimate. I wanted to find out who this guy was. Special counsel, Durham. Okay. John Durham was appointed by Attorney General William Barr. Fucking A. To serve as a special counsel. So this guy was appointed by Donald Trump. Special counsel to review origins of Trump-Russia investigation. Dude, it couldn't be more fucking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. The council was put together to investigate Donald Trump, and now it's turned on Hillary Clinton. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that what's really going on? This is even better than what he's portraying it to be, I think. He might even be missing the beauty, the overall beauty of all of this. He's in what you would call the micro. And I'm out and I'm looking at it from the fucking universe, man. And I'm like, no, dude. I think it's more beautiful than this, actually. Maybe it's just his delivery.
You, Jake Sullivan, and you, Mark Elias, who undermined our democracy. Can you believe these people? Just listen to how they talk.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's his wagging his finger while standing on the side of the Republicans who are just as guilty of gerrymandering, of just being Republicans. And you guys know how they are. They're against women's rights to choose what goes on inside their bodies. They were against the Black Lives Matter movement. They called them criminals. Republicans are horrible people. And this guy stands over there on Fox News, which is Republican news, and wags his finger at the Democrats. And that's what it is that kind of rubs you the wrong way when you're watching this. It's on a subconscious level. You got to understand where that's coming from, and understand that when I'm yelling at this, where it's coming from me. And when I agree with something he says, like Hillary Clinton said something earlier on, do you remember? Good day to get blocked. What's up, Freeze? Give it your best try. We'll see. When Hillary Clinton said something earlier in the show, I agreed with it. You know, and I hate her just as much as I hate Donald Trump. Understand, I equally hate them both. I hate both of their parties, and they all are liars, and they all suck, and they all do whatever the fuck they can do. Oh, it's going to get way better. Keep watching, man. Keep watching. It's going to get way better. I'm sorry for the people who couldn't hang around.
His final target is democracy itself.
One of the things that we were trying to explain to the press was this isn't just about...
Well, I don't mind. Anybody can discuss American politics from any angle, or it could be from any country. I don't hold that as a some kind of a reason that someone's not allowed to discuss politics with me. You know, him and I are going to agree on a lot of things here. You know, we're going we're going to agree on a lot of things here, this bald guy. And I don't like him. But there's a lot of things in this article that make me happy. Like I said, those two dogs are out in the street fighting right now. They're not barking. They're not barking anymore. You know, they're not barking at me.
Hacking and leaking emails. This is about a larger information effort by the Russians.
You have a president who, rather than reassuring the American public in American democracy, is trashing American democracy. Every day he's trashing American democracy.
But now we know, thanks to these documents, the factual background attached to a motion filed by Special Counsel John Durham as part of his indictment against former Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman, that the Clinton campaign...
So it's only Michael Sussman. They're not going after Hillary Clinton. They're going after her campaign manager. Okay.
paid a tech firm to, quote, mine internet data to establish an inference, a narrative, tying then candidate Trump to Russia. In Durham's words, this included, quote, non-public and or proprietary internet data. What does mining non-public and proprietary data mean? It means hacking. It means spying. And look at their targets, according to Durham. Look at his boss, Hillary. She's now plotting another White House run because it went so well the first time. Look at what she said about all this back in October 2016. Computer scientists have apparently uncovered a covert server linking the Trump organization to a Russian-based bank. Oh, apparently computer scientists uncovered. My God, have you ever heard such dishonest, disingenuous poppycock?
Well, yeah, from your station.
You hired the computer
From Fox
scientists, you
News.
lying wretch.
You guys
hired them
think
to make it
gerrymandering
all
is
up.
cool.
You spied on your rival. Then when you lost, you hacked the White House to try and prove your big lie that the 2016 election was stolen by Russia. You made it all up. So then you could run around for years saying this.
Now understand this. I like that this bald guy's so upset and that he's crying. Because he's the other dog in the fight. Right? As far as I'm concerned. He's with Trump. He's on the Trump side. He's the Trump dog. And his tears, salty, salty, salty tears, they form a ramekin that catches those salty tears, and I dip my celery and I enjoy the flavor of the saltiness of his crying. And he cries and cries and cries, and then the other dog right here, right? Then the other dog bites back. Now listen to this shit. Watch this.
Trump knows he's an illegitimate president.
And then you got all your Democrat cronies.
Wah! Wah! Now, it's hilarious because Hillary Clinton was sitting there, you know, trying to get information on Donald Trump. It's not nice. It's not a nice thing to do. Might be illegal. I don't know if she broke the law. I believe that you guys, you know, maybe you guys that follow politics closer than me, maybe you could tell me this. Is it legal for one politician to hire an agency to get, you know, negative information on an opponent? Is that legal? Because if it is, then I think, you know, maybe Hillary Clinton was following the law up until the point there may have been some kind of a conflict of interest with this company, with Donald Trump, because they were working for, supposedly, according to him, for the very people that they were hired to investigate. You know, there could very well be some very interesting charges here, man. I don't know if Hillary Clinton's going to get sucked into this, but man, he certainly paints the picture that there could be something down the pike for Hillary Clinton, bro. And, you know, I've always wanted to see her locked up. You know, always. Ever since she said, okay, marriage is between a man and a woman, I fucking hated her. But then when she said, can we drone strike Julian Assange? I said, she's fucking evil and she needs to go to fucking prison. He's a journalist doing his job, exposing war crimes. And she's evil, war criminal, and she needs to go to fucking prison. And this was before Donald Trump. I believe this was when she was in the United States government working for Barack Obama's administration. That she wanted to know if she could drone strike Julian Assange. And I said, she's a monster. She needs to be locked up. You know, I would have never voted for Hillary Clinton in my life because as a leader, I think she's hilarious. Because she lets her husband, hey Billy, she lets her husband fuck around. Not exactly a fucking leadership quality. Then she decides to stay with him in holy matrimony. You know, sworn relationship. What oh, so she's gonna put her hand up, you know, or put her hand on a Bible or whatever and swear that she's gonna fucking, you know, politic for us and we're supposed to believe that? She couldn't even be, you know, keep her marriage vows. Because as soon as he started breaking them, she was supposed to leave that shit. He fucking violated that marriage. Oh man, did he violate it. He violated her so bad. It's so humiliating for women to try to claim that Hillary Clinton is leadership for women, that she stands for women. Really? She let Bill Clinton get his dick sucked in the White House and didn't do anything about it. She didn't leave him. It's so disgusting. It's so vulgar. She's such a cuck. Hillary Clinton is a cuck. Right? Stephanie, their marriage is a business contract, right? Yeah, and then she cackled like a little fucking vulture. I don't think it's legal, a conflict of interest.
To spout your big lie.
He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
So do you believe President Trump is an illegitimate president?
Dude, what the fuck, bro? What, you know, this is goddamn, that's psychosis on the left right there. I voted for Bernie Sanders. I can't remember how close the Hillary Clinton Donald Trump election was. How many votes did Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton by, guys? Was it close? I'm trying to remember. No, it was a fucking... No, she got fucking wiped out, bro, right? Wasn't it like a complete... The whole country voted against her? I remember. The Young Turks. Remember the Young Turks covered that? And it was hilarious because at first they were all like, yeah, Hillary Clinton's going to fucking destroy Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah. And you watch, it's a 30-minute video, and it's so funny. And as the video goes, they're like, oh, she just lost this. And they're like, and then she just lost that. And they're getting quieter. And by the end of the goddamn video, the Young Turks, the 30-minute highlight reel, it's so funny. Oh, my God, so worth watching. They're like this. Oh, my God, I can't believe that fucking Donald Trump is going to win. Oh, my God, it's the funniest thing. The reactions are priceless. And, you know, when I saw American Horror Story, for those of you who could have handled that motherfucker, holy shit. And there's that scene where that guy with the blue hair was humping the TV when Donald Trump was winning the election. I was laughing and laughing and laughing at the part. I totally understood because for me, it was different for him. He wanted chaos in the streets. But for me, I was just mad at the Democrats for fucking Bernie Sanders up his ass publicly. And then Hillary Clinton fucking Bernie Sanders up his ass publicly. You know, they fucked him so bad and they fucked me. And they fucked all of America. I think we would have had a more intelligent leader if we had had Bernie Sanders. But that was a long time ago. I'm not going to cry about it right now. I'm just going to say that's where my mind was. And when I saw that guy humping the TV, I was like, dude, I totally get it, man. You know, I was celebrating for a different reason. Because these Democrats We warned them. All the Bernie Sanders supporters, we warned the Democrats. You guys, Hillary Clinton is not going to beat Donald Trump. We warned you. You better take Bernie Sanders. You better take Bernie Sanders. They laughed and they said that he was a socialist. They said he had 2 houses, that he wore a fucking coat or something, that they were just, you know, that he's an old curmudgeon. Everyone on Fox News was calling him curmudgeon. And it was like, God damn, bro, you know, they got what they asked for, you know? Ultimately, Trump received 304 electoral votes and Clinton 227. As 2 faithless electors defected from Trump and 5 from Clinton. It was 304 to 227. So Donald Trump destroyed Hillary Clinton in the election. He destroyed her. So for someone like Jimmy Carter to say that he's an illegitimate president, I'm like, yeah, how so? What? Russia? Really, Rachel Maddow? Wow, you know, I don't know.
Based on what I just said, which I can't retract.
He's an illegitimate president in my mind.
Folks, look, I absolutely agree.
And of course, Hillary.
Donald Trump won that election fair and square. He was not an illegitimate president. We've got to stick facts with facts here, guys. I mean, I bet you if the Convo Couch was here right now, they'd say, no, Donald Trump totally fucking destroyed Hillary Clinton in that election. And we've got the receipts to back it up.
Hillary's criminal scheme to undermine our democracy was cheered on all the way by her servants and the media. Let's just start with this one, in all its delicious, humiliating entirety.
The biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign.
There's no real evidence of that.
Of course there is.
No.
It's all over the place. Leslie,
Sir,
they spied on my campaign. And
like she's talking to a
Can
child.
I say something? You know, this is
Like she's talking to a young child. It is so, again, humiliating. She's humiliating him the way she's talking to him. It's the way you talk to a child. The crazy part is, he could very well have been right. And the crazier part is, he ran on lock her up. Okay, this was Donald Trump's call for America to vote for him. He was going to lock up Hillary Clinton because she was corrupt, right? While in 2020. So this was after, I guess this was after he was elected. I mean, this is after he lost. This is before, no, he's still president of the United States at this point, right? No. He's no longer president of the United, no, he's president, right? I don't know, someone tell me. He's president of the United States, right? October 25th, 2020? Correct. He's still president of the United States. Number one, he's being talked to like a child. Number two, he had everything at his disposal at this point. That if he really believed himself saying that she was spying on him, why wasn't he following up on his campaign promise and investigating Hillary Clinton? Listen to how demoralizing this interaction is. Listen to the way she speaks down to Donald Trump. Like she's like, no. You know, you have no evidence for that. So we don't talk about things that you don't have evidence for. Like a little kid.
Entirety.
The biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign.
there's no real evidence of that.
Of course there is.
No.
It's all over the place. Leslie,
Sir,
they spied on my campaign and they got caught.
Can I say something? You know, this is 60 Minutes. And we can't put on things we can't
No, you won't
verify.
put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't
Look, let
put
me
on
tell you.
things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied on my campaign.
Well, we can't verify
It's been totally
that.
verified.
No, this is 60 Minutes. Leslie Stahl, 60 Minutes. What a joke. She's not a journalist. She's an establishment propagandist. They all are.
Bogus claims of...
Dude, and I love how butthurt Fox is over all of this. I love it. The dogs, they're like this. They're fighting, and they got each other's necks in each other's mouths. You can't even hear them. Just a quiet trying to kill each other, going out in the middle of the street, and you're in bed. Having the best night's sleep. You'd watch me over pasta any day? Thank you, Steph. I have a derogatory name for the convo couch. Now, but I gotta say, but that pasta has engaged me on Twitter. I don't want to use that terminology just to be nice, but I did call him out on what he said about Donald Trump winning the election against Joe Biden. That, you know, he put tweets up about it. And I said, yeah, I used to call him Convo We Make Stuff Up Couch. So, you know, as fellow podcaster now, and the fact that they're recognizing me, I feel a lot more respect towards him. Just the fact I was like, this guy, he knows that I just bash him every chance I get. He knows that I bash him. And he literally talked to me. He said something. He gave me a thumbs up or something on something I said to him. And I was like, oh, I got respect for you, dude. You actually proved to me that people see the things that I type on Twitter, because I don't know. I think that, no one sees anything that I ever put up. Like, yo, Kyle Kalinske, the word marijuana is racist. You should try calling it cannabis instead, Just, if you're really this guy calling it weed, I was like, my fucking God. It was Kurt Metzger. And I was like, you want people to have access to it? You really want it legalized? Let's stop calling it by a derogatory name, Kurt. Ooh. Oh. When will it all implode? Surely all these politicians' actions will have consequences? Unfortunately, not long, and it might not have anything to do with the way they're running the government, bro. It might just be government collapse from grid collapse. Billy, you're not following the shit. I wish you guys would follow me on Twitter. I put up links to videos that I watch all the time. I don't necessarily play them on here, but I see I do now. I need to show you what's going on with our climate. Yet another legitimate expose, man, that I put up on Twitter. All of you have access to it. You need to watch these videos and see what's going on, man. So you understand when I'm telling you that we've got a very small amount of time left. You need to understand we're watching reports of this, of that, of this, of that, of this, of that, of this, of that. All these different things. And they're telling you what? The computers aren't programmed properly to have all the information to predict how long we've got to survive. They're not even putting in the right information, man. And these scientists are starting to realize it, but not the ones who are running the simulation computers. They're still behind. So understand, man, as soon as that data hits those simulations, you guys are going to be fucking panicking. And someone came on here the other day, I can't remember who it was, they said, man, these people need to realize they've got 2 years to get ready. And in 2 years' time, man, they're not going to be able to get the thing. You guys, you see the shelves on the stores getting thinner and thinner. You're not seeing the items you used to see. And you're like, yeah, well, as soon as they fix that supply chain, what if they don't fix the fucking supply chain? And it just gets worse and worse. You got everything you need? Are your deliveries taking longer? Are you having a hard time finding the things that used to be right there on the shelves in the grocery store? It's something to consider, man. Anyhow. I've digressed because we're not done with this. It gets better if you could believe that. Remember, I'm just watching the dogs fight.
Spying on the president's campaign, Trump's spy claims.
Debunked conspiracy theory.
People come to QAnon through things like 9/11 trutherism, the Barack Obama birth certificate conspiracy theory, the Trump Spygate stuff.
And now, today, when their entire narrative collapses and
he's supporting QAnon. He's a cue ball. Look at his head. And he's supporting QAnon. This is a straw man move that Jimmy Dore does, and I fucking hate it. You take an illegitimate source and you throw it in with a couple of legitimate sources, and you're thinking you're going to legitimize Q? The movement? Did you guys catch that? Did anybody catch the whole cue ball thing? Let me go back. Nobody's saying anything in the chat, and I can't believe it. This is one of the best things of all time. You guys, Fox News, okay, has a guy that is using the Q movement as a piece of straw to give legitimacy to his and Fox News' narrative. And I want you to see how they throw it in there. Okay, here's CNN. Okay, there's CNN.
Claims of spying on the president's campaign,
Trump's spy claims.
There's another CNN report.
Debunked conspiracy theory.
There's another CNN report. Oh, here's another CNN report, but listen to what they're saying.
People come to QAnon through things like 9/11 trutherism, the Barack Obama birth certificate conspiracy theory, the Trump Spygate stuff.
And now, today, when their entire narrative collapses and the whole world can see that what they've been saying is literally the opposite of the truth, that it was Hillary who did the hacking, that it was Hillary who did the Russian interference, how did the media...
Exactly, Billy. I'm sitting back, this is like sporting event for me. I'm watching the ball go back and forth. I'm playing the ball. I got the ball. You guys do it. I got this. Hey, Karen. I got this. Hey, Steve. Hi, Amanda.
Media cover it. On the Sunday shows today, George Stephanopoulos, ABC, 0 minutes.
Hello, Mr. Sinister. Ryan. Thank you, brother.
Margaret Brennan, CBS, 0 minutes. Jake Tapper, CNN, 0 minutes. Poor old Chuck Todd. He was bumped by the Beijing Olympics. NBC got to keep that genocide cash coming in. But how much time do you think he would have spent telling his audience today that everything he's been telling them about Russia and the 2016 election for the last 5 years was a lie? New York Times, nothing. Washington Post, nothing. Reuters, AP, nothing. They are so embarrassed they can't even...
Okay, so that tells me one thing. Right? So when I hear all of that, and then I hear what he just said, I'm like, oh, wait, you mean... Is it maybe because it's just some bullshit? Someone came up with some charges and there's nothing to back it up? Kind of like, I don't know, when they said the Kraken, they were going to release the Kraken for Donald Trump, you know, and the whole Stop the Steal thing. Do you guys remember that? Yeah, whatever happened with that? We're still waiting on that, aren't we? Sips coffee slowly, like Kermit the Frog. I only had one drop left. I had to tip it all the way back. Right? Right? So this is like, as he says before, delicious. You know? I'm like, dude, you don't even know. what's most delicious for me is watching you guys cry about something that you have no control over. And if this is true, and I hope it's true, I don't think it's true. And now I'm just doing this. And the reason I'm doing this, and I'm saying I don't think it's going to really pan out to anything, is because of what he just reported. He literally just said that every other news agency, not just the partisan ones, but when I looked it up, it came up, news agencies that are right-wing, severe, that I don't trust. Let's see, it was New York Post, Daily Mail, I don't trust either of those news sources. You guys know how I feel about both of those news sources. So the fact that it just shows up, I bet you you find this at that one Ben Shapiro used to be the editor at large. It starts with a B, maybe. I can't remember the name of the news agency, but they're very right wing. You'd probably read about this there. So some psycho like the Kraken files some court document that maybe this guy is just trying to get Donald Trump's approval, like a lot of these crazy motherfuckers do. The Kraken, JFK Jr. to come back to life, Hillary to go to jail, Trump to be given his position back. There'll be more, right? And despicable individuals, the only losers, the Americans, right, Bob? The whole world loses when America is doing so poorly. The whole world loses because all we do is go to war. We just, strike out. How does her spying on his campaign interfere with it? It doesn't. How do they just ignore that? It doesn't, Bob. That's a good question. It doesn't. But that's the kind of fucking reporting you get from, opinionated reporters at Fox.
Even begin to admit how wrong they were.
This is almost over.
But honestly, how can we have a functioning democratic republic when the media just buries information that contradicts its ideological narrative? Biden, family corruption, the origins of the pandemic in the Wuhan lab, the Johns Hopkins study showing lockdowns didn't work, and now this. America's establishment is rotten to the core, and that's why we need to keep fighting.
I love how these guys act like they don't have a platform. They're the most watched news out of all the news agencies. They've got the most amount of views, right? And they say no one is reporting on these things. Hey man, y'all can report on it. There you go. And so as long as you are reporting on it, the most amount of people possible are seeing it. Bees, oh, I love my bees here. How's it going, buddy? He came all the way around, man. Look at him. What's up, Bees? How you doing, Beezle Bob? What's up, buddy? Never gonna stop. Beezle. So perfect. So perfect and beautiful. Look at you. Get all that hair off of you. There you go. Look at that. The vacuum will pick that up later. Yeah. We'll get that with the vacuum. That's what we'll do. You shouldn't be allowed to report until your brain is fully developed without interruption. I saw Jackson Hinkle. He's 22 years old. He got interviewed by a UK-based show, I believe. And I don't know if it was a podcast or a television show. I've never seen the guy before. But I'll say this. Whoever it was, man, it really had a very nice professional feel to it, man. The guy had a really nice backdrop. He was at a nice desk with a nice microphone. He was wearing a suit. And it seemed pretty fucking money legit, you know? I didn't know what it was. But they interviewed Jackson for like fucking a half hour, bro. And they talked about the Ukraine. And I didn't know fucking anything about what was going on in the Ukraine. And Jackson Hinkle gives, you know, his take on it, which, in my opinion, in all fairness, it seems like he's got a little bit of narrative, a little bit of his own. Jackson's got his own fucking slant that I believe. I think he's got his own intentions when he reports, which is fine, you know. At the same time, Jackson has a lot of fucking information about the history of what's going on with the Ukraine and Russia and the United States, and he talks about that during this thing. And he makes a couple comments that I just feel are narrative, where he says Putin doesn't want war, you know, and why is it up to, you know, it's not Putin's responsibility to end this and blah blah blah. And I just disagree with Jackson on that. I'm like, well, wait, man, he's got all of his troops right there. You know, so Jackson and I disagree with that one point. But other than that, man, dude, you gotta listen to Jackson speak about it. It's really interesting to hear what he knows about Ukraine, you know, and the UN and shit, and why the Ukraine is not a part of the UN, and why Russia doesn't want them to be a part of the UN, and why America has promised for years, since the 90s, that they would not support a resolution including the Ukraine into the UN, because that would mean that American troops and weaponry would be based in a country right next to Russia, and they felt threatened by that. So America was okay with Ukraine not joining in the UN, right? It's a very involved thing, but I guess that kind of just wrapped up most of what I learned from Jackson about it. This is almost over, bro. This is literally got 20 seconds left.
For the positive populist revolution. Let us know what you think at Steve Hilton X and at Nextra of FNC, and share this message.
Hey, Sean
Okay. He says hey again.
Hannity here. Hey, click.
Hey, quit saying hey, you fucking idiot. You could have recorded that again, you fucking non-professional hack bitch. My doggy's gonna have to go outside. Doggy, you wanna go outside? Let me turn on Robo Doggy. Look how he stopped and let me turn on Robo Doggy. That was funny. Robo Doggy activated. Okay. Wanna go outside? Oh, hey, kitty cat. What's up, kitty cat? There's a kitty cat. Rosie, come on. Wanna go outside? I'm gonna make some more coffee this morning. No? Seriously? Should I just leave this open? It's cold out. It's cold, man. Fucking 51 degrees, man. 51 degrees outside, man. How about you now? Bees. Bees is like what? Bees is just like, huh? How about we smoke some more cannabis and celebrate cannabis? What do you know? He's packing cannabis into his bowl today. They want that power back. Look at the people who are blocking up the supply chain. Trumpers? Huh? You shouldn't be allowed to report until your brain is fully developed. Hey Dom, quit being so partisan, bro. It's not just Trumpers that are blocking up the supply chain. The supply chain was blocked up long before the truckers ever got involved. FYI. I don't know if you remember that or not, bro. But, you know, you come in here with rhetoric like that and you sound exactly like what I don't want to fucking hear about, man. You don't think fucking both parties are shit. I can give you a million reasons, you know? One million reasons. Oh God. Ah. Should we be afraid? No. I'll bet you this motherfucker's buying crypto up like a bandit right now. How is this stuff going to affect my crypto portfolio? Lark David's video. Staying. Nay, do you support the truckers? No, they shouldn't be blocking the fucking supply chain. You know, if you've got some kind of a fucking problem, you don't block the fucking supply chain. You know, they had a problem with Black Lives Matter blocking the fucking streets. Isn't it hilarious? So no, I don't support anybody that's fucking blocking the goddamn supply chain. They're costing people's lives. It's stupid. They want to protest, get on the goddamn sidewalk. Like everybody else does. You know? And, you know, and fuck the goddamn government over there for letting them do it. You know, they should have been there on day one. Clearing the goddamn streets. What the fuck kind of cuck bitches are they? I don't even understand that. You know, it's basically, these guys went to war. They did sanctions against fucking Canada. They went to war against Canada, and Canada just sat there and let them fuck them up their asses. And the people that needed food were the ones that suffered. You know, the ones that have to get through the fucking streets, those are the ones that suffer. You know, and the government just sits there. And you're not really hurting them, are you? They just sat there for the longest time. If you want people to pay attention to you, don't disrupt the fucking supply chain. Don't hurt people to do it. You know? You're doing it wrong. You know? You march across the bridge. You don't fucking block it. All for show? Well, you know, people are bored and mad. You know, and why not make it sound like something that we've been putting up with for 2 years is suddenly an infringement on our goddamn rights. If they don't want, you know, the vaccines required for them to do travel between United States and Canada, then they should fucking go on strike. But you don't fucking block off the goddamn supply chain while you're doing it. You just stop driving your fucking trucks. You stop going to work. You go out and you march and you tell people why you're doing it. That's how you do it. We've been doing it this way for years, and that's what all this does is it gets the people that the people that are most involved locked up in prison. And they get silenced and they achieve nothing. You know, I don't know if they're going to... Did they strike that stupid fucking law down? It's stupid. They shouldn't do that. You know, I got news for those idiots. That pandemic is on both sides of the goddamn border. Stopping someone from traveling from one side to the other does what exactly? You fucking idiots. You know, so whoever wrote that law, whoever imposed it in the first place, that person shouldn't be in a leadership position. You know? But, you know, you gave these truckers a reason to do what they're doing now. You set yourselves up for it. And then you let them do it. Then you just sat there and you cucked yourselves. And you just watched while they fucked you up your asses. They fucked your constituents. You know, the people, the Canadians. You know, I wonder how many people have died because of this thing. I wonder how many people can't get to work, can't fucking get food, medicine. You guys, we should probably watch this Lark Davis thing on crypto. It looks pretty important. He's talking about what's going on with all the federal shit, interest rates and whatnot. The Super Bowl didn't jack up the market, did it?
Years, the purchasing power of your fiat would be halved.
Cheers.
Lots of scary things happening out in the world, geopolitical fears, what's happening at the Federal Reserve, what's going to happen to the equity markets. All of these questions are on investors' minds right now. And of course, how is that going to affect the crypto market, which I assume if you're watching this channel, you're probably a cryptocurrency investor and would like to know, gosh, Lark, how is all this stuff going to affect my crypto portfolio? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be breaking all of this stuff down for you. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talk about cryptocurrency investing. So if you like that kind of content, you like to stay up to date with what is happening in crypto, then a quick tap on the thumbs up button to let me and YouTube know that you do like this kind of stuff will be super freaking awesome. By the way, every single week my team and I produce Wealth Mastery. This is a cryptocurrency investor report designed to help keep you ahead of the curve in this fast-moving market. Every single week you're going to be receiving a DeFi tutorial, altcoin review, and interview with industry-leading projects.
It'd be a bad time to get sick.
NFTs, token sales, airdrops, and much, much more. You can sign up for free using the link down below in the description. It's free. It's free. So go ahead and check it out using that link just down below me here. So let's go ahead and hop into this topic and just
it's
very
free,
quickly,
so blow me.
Taking a quick look at the price here. So we can see Bitcoin got up to around $45,000 back here on the 10th, at which point we started coming down on geopolitical fears in particular, which we're going to talk about just here momentarily. At the moment, we are holding up on the 50-day simple moving average. Be nice to see us continue to hold above that line, simply because this is one of those moving averages that I really consider to be super important when it comes to establishing a new trend, right? So if we can manage to hold above here and bounce up, then that I think is a very bullish thing for the price action moving forward. If we fail here, then obviously this was just a bull trap and we could be coming back down to retest some of these lower price points in the not so distant future if we fail to hold here, which of course lines up with key support around 42,500, 41,000, $40,000. We have lots of key support areas in this zone for.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody that was doing mining. I think it was Oracle. What? And you can't have power go out while you're doing that. You've got to have your power up all the time. So I don't understand. Do these people have all backup generators and shit on their systems? If the power goes out, what goes on to nodes when the power goes out? I'm kind of curious.
Price as well. We want to see all these areas holding. If we lose $40,000, well, things get pretty dicey pretty quick. So let's obviously hope that that doesn't happen. But right now we're still holding on the 50-day simple moving average, which is a good thing in my book. But why is the market so spooked? What has been going on? Well, one big thing that has been spooking a lot of people in the market, geopolitical fears in particular. People are worried about a potential war in Ukraine. The U.S. has been saying that Russia is going to invade.
Make another splash of Covfefe.
The Russians and the Europeans are basically all saying, well, no, that's not going to happen. But this level of uncertainty in the markets is the exact kind of stuff that markets don't like. We've seen the price of oil going up, for example, over the last few days. Was, people start to get these fears. Oh, well, what if a war does break out? Then, everybody needs to have their oil secured, because obviously Russia is a massive oil supplier, oil producer, a massive gas producer as well, supplying a massive amount of Europe's gas, supplying huge amounts of oil into the market. So if there was a war and increased sanctions and all this stuff, all those markets could get affected, and it could have a lot of knock-on effects. Anyway, beyond just how this could be affecting the markets, you do have people out there saying, well, this is it, this is going to lead to World War III. I don't think that's particularly likely to happen. Nobody really wants to see nuclear Armageddon come to pass, so, whatever does happen will have economic impacts, but that's probably going to be about it, realistically, for the, international markets. We also, of course, have the inflation in the USA hitting 7.5%. We did talk about this a little bit the other day. I want to expand a bit more on this, because one of the important things to keep in mind is that there will be a response to this inflation. The Federal Reserve will raise interest rates. The question right now is, of course, not whether or not the Fed is going to raise interest rates. The questions are this. How soon is the Federal Reserve going to raise interest rates? How much is the Federal Reserve going to raise interest rates? And how many times is the Federal Reserve going to raise interest rates? Those are the questions. How soon? Right now, looks like still March, although there has been a lot of speculation that there could be an emergency meeting, an emergency interest rate raise before March. Could happen, could not happen. It's just speculation at this point. How much? Well, remains to be seen. Inflation just keeps on soaring. 7.5% is a lot of inflation. Just for reference, if that inflation rate were to stay the same, then every 9 years, the purchasing power of your fiat would be halved. That's crazy, man. That is just your wealth right down the toilet. Right down the toilet. How many times is the Federal Reserve going to raise the rates by? Again, massive amounts of speculation about how many times it's going to happen. You have some people saying 3, 5, 7 times. 7 times at 25 basis points at 0.25%. 5 times at 0.5, whatever it's going to be. We are going to see the interest rates go up to probably a couple of percent within the next year to 18 months, let's say. Most important thing we're looking for in this situation, clarity. Again, nobody likes uncertainty. So once the geopolitical stuff is sorted out in Ukraine and a diplomatic solution hopefully is reached and concessions are made, everybody's going to calm down and things will move on. Same with the Federal Reserve situation. Once the Fed comes out in March and says we're going to be doing this many hikes of this many basis points, and this is when the first one's going to be, well, markets are going to calm down after that point. You have to remember that historically, markets trend up during times of rate hikes. They don't crash. We don't usually experience dramatic crashes during this time. History has shown us that when the Fed starts raising interest rates, the equity markets go up. And right now, the crypto markets are super correlated to the equity markets. So if the equity markets are going up, crypto's going up too. Why do you think crypto's been down over the weekend? Equities started selling off over fears of the geopolitical risks happening in Eastern Europe. Crypto followed right along with it. Sad reality of what is going on right now, but we are heavily correlated to the equity markets at this time. The increased institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies is part of the result of this. Here's an interesting chart for you though. Perspective, right? This is from macro charts. Important strength in growth stocks. Half of NASDAQ stocks have triggered buy signals. One of the strongest spikes of all time. You can see this is all the way back to the early 2000s. We had a big spike here. In fact, here's the current spike. The only times we had bigger spikes, for reference, back after the 2008 crash. Back here in 2011, you can see big crash followed by massive rally. Back here in 16, big crash, massive rally. Back here in this was about 19, big crash, massive rally. Early 2020, huge crash, gigundous rally, the biggest spike ever, massive crash, again, massive freaking rally. Spikes of this magnitude, they say, have led to historic rallies in stocks. A textbook bull market response after a sentiment capitulation. Follow the trend. Remember, we've established many times on this channel, crypto and equity markets are heavily correlated, and that correlation is increasing with time. Yes, there are times when they correlate less, but generally they move pretty close to one another. And macro charts also goes on to say that we could be looking at like a 2011, 2016 kind of scenario where actually we come back down and retest lows. As you see, we had the buy signals come in here, lows on the price actually being retested shortly thereafter. Now that is not what happened in all of these situations. That is worth pointing out here. As you can see, we had a lot of spikes where that didn't happen, right? A lot of spikes where it actually marked the time to, start off a new rally, essentially. But there are times when we did have the spike and then basically a capitulation shortly thereafter, followed by a massive rally. I also want to share this with you from the rational route. Perhaps we are simply in a phase of disbelief right now. We had our time of incredible fear in the market. Potentially our capitulation was the break under 33K for Bitcoin. Now we are actually in a period of disbelief where people are thinking, you know what, this rally is going to fail just like all the others. Bitcoin's going down to 10K, everything's going to drop by 99%. It's all over. Sell now, get out. World War III is about to happen. It's over. That's the sentiment of a lot of investors in the market right now. We could be in a disbelief phase. Disbelief phases tend to come just before massive rallies, before the euphoria phase, before the I'm a genius phase. Reality is, as always, the geniuses are buying the fear. The geniuses are buying when nobody else wants to buy. Not buying the tops, not buying when we are in the I'm a genius mode and everyone's buying the top. You want to be buying low, selling high, accumulating while we are still in these kind of positions with Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, with the equity markets, with the technical indicators, all this kind of stuff, showing that we are in a nice time to be accumulating, which of course what I continue to do. Continue to be accumulating Bitcoin, accumulating key cryptocurrencies, holding on to my altcoins, even though a lot of them are suffering a bit at the moment, we could say. Still holding on to those positions, waiting for the next rally when I will take profits on those, as I did during previous big rallies, chopping off portions of those bags, moving into stablecoins, moving into Bitcoin, taking it straight up out of the market, buying other stuff, buying stocks, and and whatnot. It's how long-term winning is done in this market. You have to remember a lot of the stuff is very speculative. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis for the day. You let me know your thoughts on all of this fear that we see right now in the markets and whether or not it's actually time to be afraid, or is it simply time to keep accumulating? Let me know down below in the comments.
He asked the question of the day. He stopped giving the question of the day. He used to do that at the end of every show. I'm counting on the grid lasting a little bit longer, Billy. That's my gamble. What can I say? I'm a futurist. Okay, Google. Futurist definition. I think I just made up a word. I'm a futurist. Orlando, what's up? How's it going, brother? So, here's the market, if you guys want to see it. What's going on with it. Show you the what's at the top. Wax, Luna, Vet, Merit Circle, $2.67. And Synthetics is $4.53 right now. You're gonna go to the beach right on. Oh, thank you, Tina. That's very nice of you. I'm not selling either, I was just saying. I'm still buying bits of dips. Got my averages way down. Good, good, good. Yeah. You know, it's good to do that if you can do it, you know. If you're able to do that, yeah. Like me, for instance, right now, I'm still waiting to get money in the bank. I'm just a couple goals off here. And then I'll be able to do it. You know? Listen to Rogie eat his food. He's got everything he needs in there. Sometimes things just work out so perfectly, man. Oh, okay. So I had to make an important phone call. I thought it was going to be a lengthy call, but it didn't take as long, so it was great. All right, so you've got a safe. It looks cool having gold bars and bags of gold and shit. Hey man, Slowski used to do gold. I don't know if he still does. I don't know. I can't remember. It's so beautiful outside. I want to go outside. It's cold, but it's beautiful, man. I'm sure there's something I need to do out there. I could water the front lawn today. Man, I got this fucking roof issue. I need a ladder. I gotta take the ladder down there. And it'll be okay. So, whoa, look at what Bitcoin just did, guys. I'm glad we're live, man. I'm gonna take you to the 24-hour high, I think, guys. It's on its way. Let's see what's the market doing right now. Very bottom is Wilder. Elon. Crypto.com is 48 cents. Crypto.com. Eagled is $189. Shiba Inu. Doge is 14 cents. VRA. Moon River. All right. We're going to probably see some movement right now, right here. So we got 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We've got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I think we're going to see some movement here into the zeros right now. Should be pretty freaking exciting. Never water if there's risk of a freeze. It'll kill grass and foliage. In one of our savings, should I put some in Bitcoin? I'm not giving you financial advice, bro. You get all mad and start suing motherfuckers. Do another grow this year. I know you got a bunch on your plate. Do outside or you're home in Cali, so maybe not this year. Yeah. You're always asking me that shit, aren't you? Like repeatedly asking me the same thing, aren't you? Like it's gonna change? You think my answer is gonna change every time you ask me? Josh? You've asked me, man, and I told you, no, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that, guys. It's already fucking February. There was a hell of an uptick just now in the last, 3 or 4 hours. my visa. Piglet. I said Piglet. And my phone thought I said whatever to get the thing going. Stupid. First I say the O, and then I say the K, and then I say the Google. I said Piglet. 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 Why are you so cute? Did you enjoy your breakfast, Piglet? Harley's going behind the couch. Harley walks behind the couch. He's got a bed back there behind the couch. He sleeps on that. He loves it back there. He's going there right now. I've got enough to last me for the rest of my life, Josh. I've got so much cannabis, I've got enough to last me for the rest of my life. I never have to grow cannabis again. I could still go back and smoke cannabis that's like 5 years old. It's still good. And it wasn't stored properly. And it wasn't stored anywhere near as good as the stuff that I have now. Local heirloom seeds, huh? Man, my lettuce this Jim Simpson lettuce, it puts off so much fucking, not Jim Simpson, it's just called Simpson lettuce. It puts off so many seeds. Oh, man. I had lettuce growing everywhere. It was cool. Little rabbits and stuff came and ate it, though. The stuff that was on the ground. My potatoes did not do good at all. Not good potatoes. There were some that came right up out of the ground, you know, that you could see. I wonder if you could freeze potatoes to store them. I've never heard of that. Probably not, huh? Yeah, you probably can't do that. Small and blighted. I got little tiny taters. So I didn't even bother digging up the other ones. I should go out there with a shovel and just check. That was the problem. I didn't have a shovel or anything. I was just trying to dig in there with my hands. Oh my goodness gracious. I am H. Yes. I. Yes. G. Oh, definitely H. AF right now. We're talking high as far. What is this? What is this? What is this, off kilter? What is this, off kilter? No, you cannot freeze potatoes. It's warm. Dark, warm place. Yeah, I just keep them in a bag out on the shelf. Out on the countertop. A shelf. There's no shelf. Shelves are in the cabinets. The shelves are in the cabinets. I wonder if I should put them in the cabinet. I wonder if I should go. We've been doing this for quite some time. And I've got some things to attend to. I'm going to do that. So, hey Enoch, what's up, brother? I love you guys. I will see you on the next one. All right? You guys take care. I hope everything's going good with you, Enoch. I will see you on the next upload, man. Whenever it shall be. Whenever it shall be. Bye, guys. Is that a kefefe? That's my kefefe.